I'm now joined in the studio by Orlando Pirates left back Patrick Phungwayo as we remember and celebrate the life of Isaac Shakes Kungwane. Thank you very much, Patrick, for speaking to us. Of course, you were at the very sad memorial ceremony this afternoon. How was the life of Shakes remembered?
Firstly, I'm honored to actually come to the studios and talk about Shakes Kungwane because for me, he was an idol, a person to look up to, and a friendly person and a very humble guy.
He was, and he was full of life, and he always inspired youngsters, isn't it?
Very energetic, and obviously, as you said, he always inspired youngsters. I remember back in the day, 1996, when he did his tournament in Alex. I was still a boy by that time, but you know, we as just youngsters, we looked up to him.
It's been a long way now. You're obviously part of Orlando Pirates, playing in the senior team. Tell us a bit about Pirates season this year. One trophy, not bad after having a very full season.
Obviously, it wasn't a great season for us, but at the same time, it was a blessing in disguise because we've been into 4 finals. So one could say we did well as a team. You know, and winning one at the end of the season, it was actually a great ending season for us because when we start the next season, our hopes are high and our morals a bit high also.
Just give us an idea of how fatigued the team was. When Vivi took over, he said that was one of the main issues that, I mean, you've played, as you said, you've played probably every game there was to play in this season, including CAF Champions League action. How tired was the team towards that end?
Honestly, I think the guys were too tired because traveling to Africa, coming back, playing on Wednesday, going back in Africa in 2 weeks' time, it was a bit of a struggle, but I'm thankful for the medical team we had. Our physios did their job to keep us, you know. But obviously when Coach Vivi came, the legs were a bit gone, but he tried also to not to train us too hard, just to limit training. You know? So he tried his best. That's why we ended up winning the Nedbank Cup.
Would you say it was an exciting finish to the league? Of course, the Kaizer Chiefs lost momentum towards the end. You must have been happy.
Obviously, this is football, you know what I mean? But Sundowns deserved it more because they didn't look down when they were 7 points or 10 points behind Chiefs. You know, they kept on going until they went to the first spot. So congratulations to them. And Chiefs, obviously, they need to work hard next season, so yeah.
Absolutely. We spoke about a goalless draw just a little while ago in the package that played before our interview, and that seems to have been the problem. I mean, our top goal scorer is scoring 10 goals at most. I mean, that tells a very, very troubling story.
You could say it's goal scorers, but at the same time, I feel it's a team as a whole, because if you don't get the supply, how can you score goals, you know? Obviously, even our strikers should be clinical when they get a chance to score, but obviously, you must at least get 15 chances to score 3. You know, but if you get 5, it means you won't score in most cases. So it's a bit about the service also.
Having played obviously at a senior level, how are coaches working to actually change that kind of culture and, you know, to be able to teach players maybe how to score goals?
I think, okay, speaking from a point of view of Orlando Pirates, we know that we are a bit struggling when it comes to scoring, and obviously we're working on that, and I think that's one of the key elements that our coach is focused on. You know, since he joined the team, he's more focused on scoring goals and obviously defending, you know, but the most focus is on scoring goals, because when you score goals you win games.
You're obviously on off-season now, but I'm not sure if the coach has sat down with you guys and spoke about what he's expecting come the new season.
For a team like Pirates, you always expected to win games. You know, it's a big team. So obviously the coach said with us down that, you guys, you must behave yourself because the Carling Black Label Cup is just around the corner. So obviously we're not relaxed. We have a program that we're following. So everyone is working hard just to come back. Obviously we're looking up for the new season.
Hoping to start strong, of course.
Hopefully we start strong.
Let's just look, obviously you got a call up for Bafana, if I'm not mistaken. What are your aspirations for the national team? Of course, Gordon Egerson, his contract will not be renewed. There's a new man for the position. We're not sure who yet. What are your aspirations for the national team, and who do you think the best man for the job will be?
Obviously, for every player in South Africa is to play for the country and for the country to do well. I mean, the last time we did well, it was back when we qualified for the World Cup.
Yeah.
You know, and it was way back then. So obviously the new generation should at least make their own history. So for us as players that are still playing, we should have an ambition of being part of the World Cup, being part of every competition, because I mean South Africa was one of the big five in Africa, so we should take the flag back there.
You talk about every player wanting to play for the national team, and we saw in this tour to Australia and New Zealand that not many actually wanted to. Lots of players pulled out. Do you feel that that culture of national pride and patriotism has gone from the national setup?
No, I wouldn't put myself. I wouldn't say it's a matter of not wanting to play for the country, because it's an honor to be called up, because there's millions of youngsters and that want to play for the national team. So if you're called up, I mean, you should honor the call up. But if you can't, then it should be personal reasons or for whatever reason. But I can't be putting myself in their shoes.
Of course, the World Cup is coming just 8 days away, actually. It's unfortunate that Bafana won't be there, but I mean, lots of African teams in action. Who are you pipping to do well?
Hopefully, my money is on Ivory Coast. Hopefully, they make the country proud, because I think they have a strong team, you know, and they have a chance because their players are well known, and they have a team that can compete with any team in the world. So.
They have big names, but they've never actually taken their club form and seen it converted into the national team form. What will they be having to do different this time? I mean, they failed at the AFCON level. What next?
Obviously, at AFCON they failed, but I think it's a matter of pride and proving a point, you know, because I think for a team like Ivory Coast, with big names like Toure, Drogba's, I mean, they should be doing well in the national team colours. So hopefully they'll take the team level form to the national team and obviously do well for Africa.
What about Nigeria?
Nigeria also have a good squad. But like I'm saying, I'm putting my money on Ivory Coast, you know, because I believe they have a good team to compete.
Apart from being the strongest African team there, do you think they have what it takes to win the World Cup, or who's your money on for that trophy?
My money is on Germany, honestly. You know, I know they didn't win the last time, but Spain, for me, this season, I don't think they have the strongest team that came to South Africa 2010. You know, but I think Germany has my bet for taking the World Cup this year.
Absolutely. And just very quickly before we wrap off, is Bafana make it for the next World Cup? I'm sure you'll be there.
Hopefully, when the new coach comes, you know, I'll be selected more and do well for the national team, because it's every player's dream.
Patrick, thank you very much for your time, and we wish you all the best. Enjoy the off-season.
Thank you.